We're going.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Kinda Hot, Kinda Healthy. This is your pre-Thanksgiving edition episode. So if you have batshit crazy family and you are like, I need peace and serenity and laughs, this is the episode for you. We are here for you. We are serving. We are delivering. There will be no crumbs left because girl, I see you. I see you. Sometimes family is a lot. It's a lot.
I think there's an elephant in the room now.
Oh, what?
Allie has
What?
copied my hairstyle.
Oh, no. Oh my God, Maddie is such a bitch.
She
I told her, no,
full
no, no,
on
slander,
she
slander, slander. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. You
Listen,
can see, no, no, no,
copying
no.
is the flattery.
I'm defending myself. Stop it. Lawyer hat on. I need a hat. I'm a lawyer. Um,
You're about as
okay.
official as a lawyer as Kim Kardashian is in her new show.
Okay, pause on that. I'm literally writing that down. Hold on. Oats, because you guys, I have things to say about that. You're gonna die. Okay, so first of all, I cut my hair short, and then Maddie cut her hair short, and then our hairs grew out. And then I was getting married, and I wanted to cut my hair short, and I told this bitch, I was like, I am going to chop it post wedding, chop, 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 chop. And it just so happens that our haircuts were like a goddamn week apart. Like, they say in a relationship, like when people start looking like each other. Bitch, we said, yeah, bet. It's so embarrassing. It's fine.
You can't even tell us apart. I mean,
I know, right? Like we're twins. You know that TikTok trend where it's like me and my best friend, like we wore
bro.
like different shirts so you could tell us apart. And it's like a black person and a white person, or like a boy and a girl. It's
Or
like
the bra
so funny.
size.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, we got so our bras got confused, and it's like a huge ass bra and then like a tiny little one. It's so giving. But yeah, that unfortunately, if you are an audio listener and you're driving on the highway right now, see it, but just envision it. We have the same hairdo. Um, it's giving. At least it's a good hairstyle, right? Like at least we're not looking
Yes.
like busted with like some crazy ass hair.
No.
You know what I mean? So that's that. But speaking of Kim Kardashian's new Hulu show, it's Hulu, yeah, it's scripted. It's I don't know what it is. Like get Kim Kardashian off the stage and put like Lisa Renna in. She's crazy and she would fucking kill it on like some of these weird ass shows. And in one scene, I'm gonna have to put a clip in. I didn't watch it, but I saw this on TikTok. She's wearing like her lawyer outfit, and I kid you not, her like butt crack is out. Like, let
Oh,
me
by the
pull
way,
up a
guys, if you're
what?
like, what are we talking? This is our This Week in Pop little random edition
Oh,
because
this
I
is our
brought up
blurb. Yes,
our little
this weekend
blurb.
pop.
But
She
let me
jumped the
see.
gun with that one, but I am here for it. Let me Google it. Kim Kardashian. Oh, I'm literally gonna Google butt crack. We'll see what we can find. Butt crack on show. This is terrifying. This is so embarrassing.
I will say,
And also the word butt crack, ugh, can we like not? Oh God, now it's like bringing up like salacious things.
I will
Hulu.
say,
Let me go on
if
TikTok.
you want to know how to be successful, it is Kim Kardashian just doing shit and not caring if it flops.
I know, but like she
I
like,
mean,
yeah,
you
but
gotta
she's
hit.
so cringy sometimes. Like her crying about not passing the bar. I'm like, BFFR. Like, shut
I
up.
know. I know. I
But
mean, to
I
be
don't know.
cringe is to be free, but also to be cringe is to be isn't she is she a billionaire?
Dude, she's so fucking rich. Yeah, like, come on, girl. Where is this
To be
show? Oh my
cringe
God, you
is to
guys,
be a
this is
billionaire.
so crazy. I literally can't find it. Like, this is odd because it was all over my FYP.
She probably wiped it from the
No,
world.
it was like it's on the show. She's wearing it legitimately on the Hulu TV show. I can't find it, but I'm gonna insert a clip. Um, I'm getting gaslit by TikTok. But if you're on the
Hmm.
YouTube, I'm gonna like show you a visual. So she's standing like in a thing, and this whole like it's exposed. Like you can see it's supposed to be an outfit. Like there's a new Skims dress that like has a cutout and it's supposed to like show your thong and the butt crack. So it's giving like it's probably a Skims outfit. But I'm like, Girl, butt cracks are so embarrassing. Like to see somebody's butt crack in an unprovoked setting, like when someone bends over, it is one of the most horrific images you can't get out of your head.
And it's usually like a gross man.
Let me switch my headphone. No, it's always um and it's always
Wait, it didn't switch.
hello, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, we switched. It's always horrifying and disgusting. So if you know what I'm talking about on Kim K's show, I will find it. I will search the internet because I am being gaslit, but I saw it on TikTok. Um, so if you've seen it too, drop it in the comment below because it's absolutely heinous.
It's heinous. What was I about to say? Quick left turn to like back to like random shit.
Yeah.
Um, um, if you were a total brand new listener because we went viral on Instagram, thanks to yours
Guys.
truly,
Wow.
I
Okay. As this is not a collaborative effort. I hate you, bitch. Guys, we have it's true. It's true. It was Maddie's
Selling
reel.
Sunset Part 4.
Go if you are a Selling Sunset fan, we have a playlist on the Instagram and it has oh my God, I'm so dumb. No, I'm not. 229,000 views. Mamacita. Are you freaking kidding me? That is iconic. I also shared that on our story today. I know it's not my podcast posting day, but I was like, I gotta talk about this. No, I had to. I had to. I didn't know if you were gonna do it, but amazing, you guys. So if you're here from that, welcome.
Welcome to the fun side. Uh,
We're
but
just two silly, goofy girls. That's the reality of it.
we really are. And this is kind of like our hot girl health tip part one, because there's another part I want to talk about today, just like my own health stuff that's like helpful for you
Yeah.
guys. But like celebrate all the fucking wins. Like even when I hit 1,000, I was like, yes, and now it's at 229,000, it's
Yeah.
these little wins, and just translate it to your health, hitting your steps, hitting your protein for the day, getting a deep, restful 7 to 9 hours of sleep. These little things keep the momentum up and keep you seeing, oh, I'm doing all the little steps it takes to
Hmm.
get to the goal that I want. If we just sat here and complained that we were not getting to reach all the millions of women that we know we are meant to reach, but we are complaining about that but not seeing all the wins along the way, it'd be really hard to keep this up motivation, keep up the
Yeah.
aspiring beliefs, the
Yeah.
positivity. So celebrate all of your wins, because I saw that, I was like, I can't, like, my brain hasn't like fully accepted it yet, because we've like really been working on the podcast and haven't seen that result yet. What's that face for?
No, I'm 100% like, I'm just like, yeah, like I see the number, but like I don't understand the impact. But then I keep getting notification followed, 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 followed. And it's like, yeah, take a moment. Like it's odd because, you live this we are virtual for two of our businesses. We also have outside businesses and we are virtual for the most part, right? So it's a very weird experience because we are experiencing this, people are experiencing this, but like in the outside world, unless we tell people about it, it's like
Yeah.
nobody knows. And I just think that's an interesting aspect. But going back to the motivation of it all, 100%. If you don't take a moment to acknowledge, hey, I'm drinking one more bottle of water than I was a week ago, celebrate that. Or two, or three,
Yeah.
or I went for a walk this week 3 times and I've been avoiding it, right? Doing these things and just being like, you go, girl, you go. Because if you're constantly belittling yourself or putting yourself down and like not celebrating, of course you're not going to be motivated. You're not going to feel confident. Like I always say this to my client, we set the bar a little bit lower. We set it here so that your confidence can come up. And then we raise it and then your confidence comes up versus the bar being up here and you're like, I can't get there. I'm a piece of shit. And it's like,
Mhm.
no. So I am all about celebrating wins. And with that being said, drop it in the fucking comments. What is something you're celebrating yourself for this week?
Yes.
I
Yes,
want
yes,
to
yes,
hear
yes,
it.
yes.
Let the comment section be the most positive space where you drop your feelings, you drop your good energies, you drop the wins because we don't celebrate it enough. As women, we're not celebrating it enough. All of us out. Because we also started doing like a gratitude voice note for the week. It was our
Mhm.
first week, albeit, or last week was, but we started it. You have to start
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah. And again, no win is too small or too big. And we are not allowing anyone to be humble. No one can be humble here. I don't care what you did. I put my shoes on and went for a walk. Fucking amazing. I won the Olympics. Fucking amazing. Not that that's happening right now.
It happened for me. So thank you very much. I was not going to talk about it because, I was going to be humble, but you're so right. I should acknowledge that. It was pretty freaking cool.
Oh, shout out to Jillian and Judah, my banker. I believe they're listening. If they're listening or not,
Oh,
Judah, I
slay.
went out to get money to pay for rent, and we were just talking about I don't know what, and he's like, "Oh, what's
Life.
your podcast name?" I was like, "It's really for women, but sure, go on, listen." So Judah, if you're listening, we love you.
Hello.
Nice to have
Shout out.
shout out to one of very few men that probably listen, if any do. And Jillian, I met her at the gym. She's from out of town. She's like, "Oh my God, amazing. I need a new podcast to listen to." So I hope you're enjoying it.
I love that. That is, finding a new podcast, a new show, a new YouTuber is literally, it's something. It is, I can't even tell you. Like, my comfort media is something that's so important to me. And I don't care. I don't care what people think of it. I don't care if my husband's like, "Oh my God, you're watching that show again. You've watched it 800 times. Oh, you're listening to that podcast again." And I'm like, "Yeah, and I know what I like."
Honestly, that is catch me in a Korean show. Me in a Korean show equals happiness. I've literally watched so many. They're so freaking good. They're
Like scripted
Yes, yes, yes,
or
yes.
okay,
Scripted and
yeah.
dubbed over in English so I can play it in the background. Because like I'm not gonna sit here and
Mhm.
read subtitles. And
Oh,
there's
that's so hard. I'm
I mean
sorry. That might sound so lazy, but
yeah.
like when you're watching TV, you're not in a reading mindset. Like if I want to read, I'll read a book. But if I'm
Uh,
watching TV, I don't want to read.
well, to be fair, I always do have subtitles on because like if I'm eating and if it's loud, like I'm chewing, like then but it needs to
But
be
you're
in the back.
hearing it in English. So like
Yes.
to even read it, your brain is not working as hard because you're not dulling out the other language.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's almost like the other language distracts me and I literally have to do this. I'm staring at the camera right now. I literally have to be like this. It's it's a lot. Maybe putting it on would be helpful.
Maybe what?
Putting it on mute, like if it's a
Mm,
subtitled show,
mm,
that could be helpful.
that could be helpful. Mm. Another kind of this week in pop, like my own version of it. So I did a TikTok about how I was asking women who have been divorced or out of a relationship, and
Yeah.
that were living with their partner, boyfriend, like whoever, and now they're living solo. Do they think it's going
Ah,
to be hard to like try to cohabitate again? Let me tell you, there are nearly 1,000 comments. I responded to maybe five. Everyone's saying, yes, it's going to be hard. I will never live with another person, let alone another man.
valid.
I'm so happy on my own. Never will I ever share space with a man. Like literally the list goes on. I was like, "Oh my
Wow.
God." And then I was like, "I need to ask Allie. Let's say another universe, something happens and you have a choice. Do you live
Where I
alone?"
knocked on wood. Um, Probably not. If I ever had to have a roommate or something, we would have to be we would almost coexist because I do need my alone time. Like I am an introverted extrovert. Like I do like to be around other people. I love engaging in conversation, but that doesn't charge my battery. I then have to kind of step back, literally
Mhm.
like be in the bed, do a face mask, read a book, scroll on the phone, watch a program. Like I have to have that me time. So if I was living with a person, they would have to understand that. And it's not me like not wanting to be around, but it's like I have to charge solely. Like even with James, like last night he was like, "Oh, this new game came out. Do you care if I play?" And I was like, "Absolutely the fuck not. I am tired. I had a long day. Like I'm going to go and just like do a little work, listen to
Mhm.
a little show." And like to me, that is ideal. Like I like to have solo time, or I also like parallel time. Like he
Mhm.
can be doing one thing, I can be doing another, and like we're on the
Mhm.
couch together and
Yeah.
I might be scrapbooking, he's playing a game, but we don't need to talk. So
Yeah.
it would have to be that type of situation just because if you're new here, I have a condition called agoraphobia. It's in a place right now where it's very well managed. There are some things that I still kind of get triggered on, like I haven't been on a plane since 2019. Public transportation just as a whole kind of freaks me out. It's because of the lack of control and like the anxiety increases so much that I need to get to my safe space.
Mhm.
And something I work on is I'm the safe space. Like that is the truth. I am the safe space. I hold the power, but it's something you work on. It's a tool. So I would have probably the tendency to not go out as much, to not push myself, to just kind of be very insular, just because that's where I'm comfortable. But like
Mhm.
having James, he forces me to be like, "Oh, that would be cool. That's exciting. Let's do that."
Mhm.
So because he's very extroverted, and like I think it's important in relationships, like you do things that each other likes. Like some days we'll go out and we'll have this whole day. Other weekends, it's like let's just like chill and like have a day in or whatever. So
Mhm.
don't think I would live alone just because of that, but I also wouldn't want a roommate that's like attached at my hip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. And the more like I finished my apartment, like I was doing show notes for the last episode and I was like, oh, I'm getting my coffee table. I'm still looking for a
Mm.
kitchen table and chairs. Kitchen table and
You have
chairs
to
are
send
here.
me an updated like picture
Oh
because
yeah,
you've
yeah,
just
yeah.
sent me like the furniture, but I need to see like a layout.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's looking real good. I have like a
Yay.
huge pile of like Poshmark stuff that needs sold,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
needs
yeah.
listed. Actually it's like two piles in the corners,
It's
but
fine. Fine.
it's looking so much better. And I'm like, I love like creating my space and like making it mine and like the organization and like all those things. And I'm like, I don't know. I honestly don't know if I would live with a partner in the future.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna look. And I think the more that I am on my own and creating my own space and like that peacefulness, it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be it's gonna be harder.
Yeah. Yeah. 100 I can 100% see that, especially like post divorce. You oftentimes are finding yourself, you discover new things about yourself. You go through a hard time and then you're in this great place. You're curating your home, you're on your own ass routine. You don't have to like be considerate of somebody else, like low key. Um,
High
so
key.
yeah, high key. I can totally see that. I can't necessarily understand it, but I see that. That would be definitely a new vertical. Like, oh, I'm living with another partner. Ooh, this feels all too familiar. What is happening here? I want to be on my own.
Yeah, that would probably be
Yeah.
a whole nother shadow I need to work through.
It will. It will. And I think that probably is for some women, like in your comment section, maybe they're freshly divorced or it's been a year or 2 years and they're just feeling so at peace and they truly are in a relationship with themselves. Like they are loving themselves. They love their life. They fill up their own cup. They're not looking for somebody else to fill up their cup.
Mhm.
So hell yeah, it makes sense of like, I don't need to be doing all of that. But then maybe you find the right person that is complementary to you. You're not looking
Mhm.
for them to fill up your cup. You still do that,
Mhm.
but they are what you're wanting, not what you need, but what you're wanting. And then maybe that changes things. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, there was a really good comment where it's like you're asking the wrong question. The question should be like,
Oh,
um, do I wish I wait, actually I did save it. We're gonna go back and look at it because I'm like, this is a really good question. It wasn't
oh, I
like
love that.
I wasn't implying this. Oh my God, I literally every time I open up TikTok, it's like 30 plus more message comments. Like I literally can't keep up with that post. Um,
Oh, yeah,
where is
I
it?
honestly, it's such a dopamine hit when like a TikTok like goes viral for you and
Oh,
you get to
I
just like engage in this conversation. Of course, you get like some conversation or some what do you call comments that are like not very kind, but like I'm not going to be that type of person that like goes back and forth in the comment section about like somebody like not being like kind to you or what have you. It's like, okay, whatever. That's just like that's your perception and like I don't need to be doing all that.
I 100% agree. Wait,
I have to stir my coffee
okay,
because it's kind of
that was a similar one, but not the one. Why I should have saved it. Oh, God, there's just the problem is there's 880 comments.
and three of those are your responses. So that's just going to double if you respond to everybody. What do you remember
Literally.
like what the sentiment was?
Basically, like the question shouldn't be like, will I ever be able to live with a partner again? And the question should be like, does this person make sense like to fit into my life? So it's like it makes
Yeah.
sense to move in together because you fit together, not like you're trying to fit
Hmm.
two different puzzle pieces together. Something along those lines, like
Right.
inquisitive. I'm
Like,
like, oh,
yeah, I like that. Because
like,
will
are you,
I makes it almost your problem. Will I ever be able to?
yeah, like,
Versus, would we be in a place where we want to or does it make sense?
yeah, like,
I like that.
are you reaching to live with someone because you're lonely? Like, I had a lot of women comment, like,
Mm.
I could never live alone. I'm lonely. I did two follow-ups, and one of them was like,
Oh,
I think living by yourself can seem scary if you are in
yeah.
the beginning stages. Like, if I would have gotten divorced and moved out on my own right then and there, that would have been really difficult. And even
Yeah.
you know this because we texted about this. When I moved into here after living at my parents for 11 months, I had a short moment where I was like
Yeah.
crying. I was sad. I went through it
Yeah.
too. So it's like I think it
Yeah.
just depends on what phase of the journey you're on to where it can seem scary. And if it seems scary and lonely and like you couldn't do it, like that's just the part you are at in that journey. And eventually
Yeah.
you find so many new things about yourself and get to that point where it's not scary. But I really think like women should live alone at some point in their life because it just like unlocks this new thing about yourself that you like
Mm.
didn't know.
Right. Right. That's true.
Mhm.
I've never lived alone, so I actually can't. I can. I have nothing to add to that conversation, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I it's certainly valuable, and I can also relate to like that fear of being lonely
Mhm.
because God, like so pathetic. James went out of he had a work trip last January. He has one every year with his company, and I dropped him off at the airport, and I was like bawling my eyes out. He was gone or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days.
That's so like
BFFR. Girl, I was literally
Allie.
I slept on his side of the bed.
Oh,
I was like, I'm so sad. And like he is not super available because they're in like conferences all day and then whatnot, but like, he'll FaceTime me or call me or whatever. And I'm just like really like upset right now. And he's like, it's okay. Like I'm literally gonna be home in 2 days. I
oh.
have, yeah, that emotional attachment. I do not, even though it's not abandoning, it like triggers abandonment because
Mm.
it's like, oh, you're not here. So yeah, it's
Mm.
something we work through in therapy with abandonment trauma. But
But as someone who attended the wedding, and seeing the love between you guys, and like literally we talked about this so many times. Like if you want to get like the 411 on how I felt about Allie's wedding, go back to that episode because we
yeah,
cried. Like it was amazing. But like I would expect nothing less. Abandonment
yeah.
issues or not, like I would expect that. And coming from someone who was away for 5 weeks from their
Oh,
ex-husband at one point. I was in Mexico, and then I took 2 1 month trips separate, like a couple months apart to
Yeah.
Colorado. When he picked me up, it was the most awkward thing in my life. Like we barely spoke. We were like, and then when I got like out of like the doors like of our airport, there was another couple reuniting, and they were like she ran up to him, hugged him, and he like twirled her, and I was just like, this is the most fucking depressing thing of my life. He like didn't even get out of the car. I think I threw my bags in the back of this truck and then got in the car. So when I yeah, that's where we were at that point. So,
Well, it was a moment in time.
yes. But I'm like, when I like see like love, like real love, like that's just like that's what I want. Like that's like I want to be twirled around. You know what I mean? Like
I
that,
want to be
like
Torlina.
but so I'm to me that's like heartwarming, but also like,
Yeah.
abandonment issues or not. But I don't know
Right.
where I was going with that.
The divorce clip, being lonely,
Oh, yeah,
women
yeah,
trying to live by themselves, just self-discovery.
yeah, yeah. So, left turn. Do we have any more this week in pop you needed to cover?
Okay, y'all. So
Oh,
this
I know.
is, yeah, Wicked for Good. Just watch out. Um, okay. So this is coming out Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So we're recording it the 20th. I am seeing Wicked on Sunday, Wicked for Good on Sunday.
Mhm.
I am so goddamn excited. I love the musicals. We did an entire recap for Wicked, and we'll do an entire recap, Wicked for Good, once Maddie sees it. But holy shitballs, I'm so excited. I love the musical. It's like something I've seen so many times. The music is amazing. If you ask me a go-to karaoke song, it's something from Wicked, and I will be obnoxious about it. But it is just it just gives me just chills, and I'm obsessed with it. So we do a rewatch on Friday because I think he's only seen the film twice. He's only seen it twice.
Mm,
Once in the
mm.
theater, once at home. But the once at home, I don't know if he was really paying attention because it was me, my mom, and Kate, and he was sitting there, but I don't know what he was doing. So we're gonna do a rewatch just for his brain and to get in the mood. And then we're gonna go see it Sunday. And at our theater, it's like a local theater, but it's pretty slay. The tickets are like super affordable. Like honestly, ticket prices are fucked. Like some theaters, it's like $25.
Uh,
$25
are you
to
getting
sit
like
my ass in this seat?
a full-on meal with that?
No, you have to pay for the meal.
That's insane.
No, it's disgusting. It's so unreasonable. It is so unreasonable. That's why like our local theater, like it's it's good. Like it's not like top tier, but I've gone to like Cinema Deluxe is like what's around here. And I'll go to the Cinema Deluxe because it's kind of like an experience. Like the first time I ever went, I was like, "Oh, it's cool." Um it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Your chair reclines a little bit, your feet come up a little bit. It's not nothing. It's fine. But at our theater, some of the theaters have like the reclining seats and your feet go up. But in the bigger theaters, it like straight up looks like a conference room. Like you walk in and there's the floor, and albeit it is very much wheelchair accessible, like the whole bottom floor, it's like very accessible. So that makes sense. But then when you go up the stairs, it looks like a college classroom. Let's say like it's a
Mm.
desk, like it's a tabletop, and then you're in these like spinny chairs. The chairs are huge, so they're pretty comfy. I can cross my legs, I can lean back.
Wow.
And then you have like a table. So like it's very odd looking, but like to eat a meal and have a drink, it makes more sense than like the little like swivel arm thing that comes at other theaters.
Mhm.
So we're gonna get a meal. They had themed cocktails last year, so definitely gonna get myself a little themed cocktail, but I can only have one drink, not because I'm worried about like anything. I can't pee. I don't have time to be running to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. They don't have an
So
intermission?
in a movie,
Yeah, mine did for Wicked 1.
what? That's
Yeah.
That's crazy. At like an hour mark? That's why. What, when?
I I don't know. I
An
just remember
intermission.
I'm
Did they do that for all of your movies at that theater?
I've never been to that movie theater before. That was the first time. It was like a small one. It's
Ooh,
not for
honey, I could
profit.
do with an intermission. I
Yeah,
could do with one.
I'm 99% sure. I could ask my mom because she was with me if there wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was because I feel like I remember
I
getting
mean,
out and
if
going to the
you're
bathroom.
thinking about it, then there probably was. Like, that's not a normal thing in a movie theater. So I feel like if it happened, or if you're thinking about it, it happened.
We're gonna go
Maybe?
with yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I could do with an intermission. Like, not
Mhm.
obviously at the height of the movie, but like at a lower point where it's just we're having fun, we're goofing, we're gabbing.
Uh-huh.
And then when they start it, they play like 30 seconds back of what we've already seen just to like get back into the scene.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That would be amazing because yeah, girl, last time we saw Wicked, I was like visualizing my body reabsorbing my urine. I was because I had to pee so freaking bad. I was like, holy shit. Um, so yeah, I'm like not gonna allow myself to like have too much liquids because I will have to go to the bathroom and I am not going to the bathroom. Like that would be a great time to like just wear a diaper.
I was gonna say, like, can you set up a catheter?
Yeah, no, couldn't. But I'm so, so excited. And if you guys do not, do not spoil things in the comments for people. Don't do it.
Yeah, please don't. Now you've inspired me. I think I'm gonna watch Wicked One with eBay Man this weekend because
Yeah,
what else? I mean, that's
it's so good. It's the music is good. It's the emotions.
it
It's
is so
just,
good.
it's a timepiece. Like
It is a
I will be
timepiece.
showing this to my children and my children's children and my children's 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 if I'm probably not going to be alive. Who knows? And I don't know if my kids are going to want kids. Who the fuck knows? But I'll be showing it to goddamn everybody. And you're going to see it. You haven't got your tickets yet, but you're
I
going to
know.
see
I
it.
I just wrote it on my list of figure out how to see Wicked too.
Figure out how to see it. Go to the movies.
Well, there's one down
I
the
know. I'm
road
just
from
giving
me,
you shit.
so I gotta
Go to
look
your
at the
local
stuff.
theater and get that intermission.
I well, that one's far from me now. It was before it
Oh,
was like 15 minutes away. Now it's like 45. So I would not be going there.
right. That's
But
a
that
bit
one
of a
that one
force.
is my local one now. I think it's called the Manor.
Way.
So I'm pretty sure it is local. I think it's like one of the oldest ones in Pittsburgh now that I remember, which is cool. There's another one
Oh,
in
wow.
Lawrenceville, so I could there's really like oh, there's two. I can go to either one of those. Slay.
Perfect. Love that.
Um our second part of Hot Girl Health Tip of the week, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about the
Mhm.
holidays because this is the same conversation we're having with our clients. And honestly, like no matter the age, because I work with menopausal women 50 plus, and Allie works, my light died. Allie works with first time moms. So quite the array of clientele we work with. It's the same advice. It's the same
It's the same
advice.
advice, and it's honestly the same obstacles and concerns and troubles, right? Like family, I'm sorry, family is sometimes fucking difficult. And so around the holidays, you are seeing family more. Maybe you're seeing people that you try to avoid. Like, let's just keep it real. This is a really tough time of year for some people. And so put that on top of focusing on your health, focusing on a decent meal, focusing on a little movement. When that stress is high, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, give me the cookies, give me the
Yep.
wine. I'm stressed. And so we
Yep.
want to actually equip you with some tools. Like, we don't do the shit that is overwhelming and unrealistic. That's never going to be our vibe. Certainly not going to tell you to follow a strict diet on a holiday. Like we coach and we coach differently. We have two different businesses, but we agree and we really have this collaborative effort, of course, on our podcast because we are so like-minded in the way of like making fitness and nutrition and health simple. and not doing all
Mhm.
this like dumbass fluff that's like
Mhm.
not going to help you. So, what are some of the conversations that you're having with your clients? What are you equipping them with
Equipping, yeah.
going into Thanksgiving? Again, this comes out the day before, so guys, this is perfect. Like, absorb it, feel it, and you're gonna walk away with tangible things. We're not just like, again, we're not giving you fluff.
We never do the fluff. Um, first off, I'm not expecting them to track their food. It's a holiday.
Yep. Yep.
It's a holiday. I'm not expecting that.
We don't live and die by MyFitnessPal. And if you
No,
do, let's have a conversation.
correct. What I am suggesting that they do is remember this is one day. So many people get such in a tizzy about the holidays and I'm gonna gain all this weight. I had this and that, the Christmas, Thanksgiving, all the things. But just remembering it's like one day, it's maybe 2 days,
Hmm.
depending on how you celebrate, three, four, maybe it's like 5 meals max out of like the
Yep.
3 months of the holidays. Five
Yep.
meals max that you're not tracking perfectly, you're enjoying all those things. So remembering that we can have all these foods again. We can have
Hmm.
cake again, we can have pie again. It is not the one time you can have that. And especially for my demographic of 50 plus, there's a lot of shame and guilt built into having these foods. So I really work on removing that shame and guilt because when you feel that after eating that, that puts you into that cycle of I have to overcorrect. I have to undereat.
Hmm.
I have to starve myself the next day. That is where the weight gain happens because
Yep.
you go into that cycle of starving yourself and then you're fucking hungry and then you have that item. Oh, it's someone says it's oh you only live once and you're like, yeah, I only live once. I'm going to eat all this pie. And then you binge and you feel sick and then shame spiral and it starts all over again. So taking the shame out of that, remembering like food is meant to enjoy. Yes, it is meant to nourish
Hmm.
ourselves, but it's also meant to
Hmm.
enjoy. So reminding them they could have these foods any other time of the month and that there are so many
Of the
other
year.
of the year. Yeah, there are so many other opportunities to have meals that are on track for our goals and food doesn't have a label. So that's kind of like the
Yep.
mindset of it. The tangibles of what we can do is get some movement in. I think about things that I'm doing, not in I am good or better for doing these things,
Hmm.
but I'm
Hmm.
going to feel better. For
Hmm.
me, and for a lot of my clients that struggle with blood sugar, getting movement after I walk is amazing for blood
After you
sugar.
eat.
Yeah. What did I say? Food after you walk.
Movement after I walk.
Movement after I eat, which could be a 5 minute walk. I just get up and like I put stuff away or I like put the dishes away, just moving a tiny
Yes.
bit. That is so helpful. I feel better. I feel less bloated. I feel better. I'm
Yep.
not having a blood sugar crash. Simple things like that, getting water in, because like no one feels good when they're dehydrated. I don't feel good when I have a headache. Okay. And then
No.
getting lots of protein in the morning, you're going to feel more energized. You're not going to feel the need to snack and have
Yep.
other things throughout the day. So, those are the things that we really focus on and not shaming or guilting ourselves for not tracking, for having pie, for enjoying the day. Because I also truly believe, especially like our cells in our body listen to us. And if we are
Hmm.
saying, oh, this pie is going to make me so bloated and fat, there is some concrete evidence that pie is going to make you feel bloated and fat. Have you ever heard the placebo effect? Almost same thing. You're going to feel that way if you
Yep.
say you're going to feel that way. So if you're enjoying your time, this is so good. I'm so happy I'm having this. Like there are many times where I would restrict myself on birthdays and holidays. And now I'm like, I'm going to enjoy that and move on. And I feel
Yeah.
so much lighter because of that. So that's how I incorporate the mindset and like tangibles. What do you do with your clients?
Yeah, a lot of the same things, except with my demographic, with my clients, they're first time moms, they have little ones. Almost the opposite can happen where they are running around or they're hosting or they're at a family's house, friend's house, and maybe the house isn't really baby proofed like their house. So they're up on their feet more and you might forget to eat, right? You forget to eat, and then all of a sudden it's like, holy fuck, I need to just put shit in my mouth because I'm so starving. And so I like to focus on, okay, can we like meal prep some breakfast, like some egg bites, like a Starbucks dupe. Can we get those ready on the weekends, put them in the freezer, grab them, like pop them in the microwave. Usually, if baby's old enough, they can have them. Your partner can have them, hubby, wife, whatever can have them. You can have them. Get something into your system other than, a handful of the Cheerios or a banana, because that's not going to satisfy you. It's not going to keep you
Mm.
full. You're not going to have good energy. You're going to feel a crash. You're going to rely on the coffee. So I like to make an easy breakfast. And if you don't have time to meal prep something, a protein bar and a banana, like something. Get something with protein into your system. And on the holidays, it just is more stressful. So putting yourself first can feel like last priority. So looking at, where can you put yourself first? Is it the night before after, you put the baby down? Can you do something to set yourself up for success? Can you take 10 minutes to set yourself up for success the next day? And then the movement aspect. I like how you said, you gave the example of just putting the dishes away, loading the dishwasher, cleaning up. Can I take your plate? Are you done? Just moving. It doesn't mean getting outside, getting on the treadmill, getting on a cardio equipment, right? It's not that, because that might not be realistic. I live in New England. It's cold as fucking balls. Like, I doubt I'm gonna want to go outside after I eat my Thanksgiving meal and do some laps. Like, it's cold. Some years it's
Uh-huh.
nice and, go outside and play football. Really, it's just my dad throwing the football around and being like, let's have this moment. And then he's like, all right, I'm done. Um,
I could see that.
yeah, he's in it for like, he like wants
Um,
the memory, but then he's like, all right, let's go inside. Um, but it's just like not super realistic to, always go outside and have that um structured movement, but just being intentional is so key. And you do feel better. You feel less bloated. You feel like you're gonna have an easier time going to the bathroom. Like,
uh-huh.
because on holidays, you're probably eating things you don't normally eat. Maybe it has more oils, more butters, more carbs. No one wants to have trouble going to the bathroom. Like, also
Mhm.
drink your water. If you want to have a cocktail, if you're having coffee, whatever it is, get your water in. Like, don't rely on drinking cups of water. Bring your water bottle. Just bring it. Like, I bring this girl everywhere. She's my girl. I bring her everywhere. I don't care. Like, she's my diva.
Yeah.
And it makes such a difference, right? It's going to make a difference in your energy, your cravings, like focusing on how can you pour into yourself so that you don't end up being the last priority and then you self-sabotage.
Yep.
'Cause
Yep.
it's the guilt, it's the shame spiral. It's like, oh, this just feels impossible. Well, yeah, it does feel impossible when you are unable to put yourself first at sometimes. And like, I'm sure your clients deal with this too. If
Mhm.
when you're hosting, it can be very overwhelming. Like, I'm hosting a
Mhm.
Friendsgiving. And granted, I don't have children running around, but one of my friends is very pregnant. One of my friends has a 6-month-old. So I am going to make sure we don't have like cat toys loose. I'm going to make sure that things are like off the ground, because like she is going to be crawling and I don't want my friends to feel like they can't relax and just like sit
Mhm.
down for a minute.
Mhm.
And then pregnant, like we're going to be making the turkey where, we have other sides planned, but like I'm going to be pretty busy. So I know my movement will be up, but I am going to be intentional about waking up a little bit earlier, getting a high protein breakfast, probably like 2 eggs, 3 chicken sausage. I'll probably do like 2 corn tortillas. So it's a little lower carb. So it
Mhm.
just balances out through the day. Cause I know I'm going to have a little bit of ice cream with this blueberry pie. I'm going to have
Oh,
foods. I found this
so
gluten-free
good.
pie. It's like Maine Baking Co. I'm so excited. I have never tried it, but I'm very excited to try it. But and I'm not tracking my food. It's just being intentional and
Yes.
knowing that I'm going to have a busy day. I'm going to be distracted. I'm not going to be drinking as much water. So I'm going to put that bitch in the kitchen with me. And I have like,
Yep.
I'll like look at the clock and I'll be like, oh shit, I haven't had any water and it's, whatever time it is. So I'm very intentional about it. And I also know I'm going to be having some cocktails because my sister's making this like fall Aperol spritz thing. And so to not feel like shit the next day, I also want to drink
Mhm.
water. I want to make sure I'm
Mhm.
eating food. And it's about being in the moment. right? I think a lot of the times with our clients and with the people listening, the holidays can be really stressful. And then they're like, how am I supposed to stick with my fitness goals? And you remove yourself from the moment. Like Maddie says this, and where your feet are.
Say it again,
Be
cut out.
oh, sorry. You say be where your feet are.
Mhm.
That is so important. Can you hear me or is it cutting out?
Yeah, it goes in and out. Now you're kind
All
of
right,
back.
okay, hold on, let me just
Switcheroo.
better.
Not yet.
Testing.
There we go.
Okay, sorry. AirPods are the worst sometimes. But Maddie says, and I've adopted this, be where your feet are. So when you're celebrating, when you're with friends, family, just like take a minute to just take a breath, be where your feet are. When you're eating, don't fucking shovel it into your mouth. Be in conversation, have some water. That honestly makes a difference. It really does.
I
Slow
100% agree.
down.
I was gonna ask you, what are you doing specifically, but you went right into it, so perfect.
Oh,
Um,
read your mind.
I know
Yeah.
we're
And I
we're in a
will also like for the like travel aspect, we're leaving on Wednesday and we'll be in the car for a bit. So when I get to my parents, I they do have a treadmill and a Peloton. So like I will get my steps in. I will probably work out Thanksgiving morning, not because I have to, but because I want to. Like it's
Mhm.
there. I'll turn on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. I'll do my little workout and then I'll make up my breakfast. And to me, that is, I like that. That's pouring into
Mhm.
myself. It's not because I have to, because I'm going to eat all this
Mhm.
dessert. Um,
Mhm.
and then Wednesday, or excuse me, Friday, going to get right back into the routine. Not going to
Mhm.
stress. Like, don't weigh yourself also. Like, don't
No.
fucking self sabotage.
I literally have not weighed myself. I weigh myself randomly at my boyfriend's or my
Yeah.
parents once in a blue moon. Like I couldn't tell you. I probably am around 125, but like after Thanksgiving, probably will be heavier. Do I care? No, because it's just water weight. It's just a spike and it's going to come down in a few days anyway. I always tell my
Yeah.
clients too, like don't weigh yourself after vacation. Weigh yourself in
Hmm.
a couple days, look for the average, not the
Give your
spike.
body time. Give your body
Yes.
time.
I'm gonna be doing for Thanksgiving because I'll be at eBay Man's family's Thanksgiving. So
Hmm.
honestly, don't know what we're eating because he's half Serbian. So it's mostly that side of the family. So I'm like, what food are we
Oh,
eating? I don't know.
interesting.
I know. I'm like, what food is this? So Wednesday, I'm probably gonna drive up to his apartment. So I'm gonna work out most likely on Wednesday, get that done, then drive up there so I don't have to, worry about getting that one done. And then Thursday morning, I don't know what time we're going there, but water on lock. I'm gonna
Yep.
have at least, I'd say, one and a half of my huge container done before I get to their house. I don't probably go there around lunch, who knows. So
Yeah.
a ton of water already in. I've been cutting down my coffee is like permanently cut down to like no more than like 3 cups. Realistically, I don't think put enough of like the um ground coffee in there to be like 3 cups technically worth of
Oh, so it's like
caffeine.
a little
It's
weaker.
what, yeah, it's way watered down. So it's 3 cups of water. But I'm staying on but it doesn't count because it's, like dehydrating. But what?
That's some fucking logic. You're like, well, it's 3 cups of water. It's like over beans of caffeine.
Yes. Yes, yes,
I
yes,
love
yes.
that. That's silly.
But I'm gonna get my steps in. I'm gonna probably get some steps in that day if we have time in the morning just to kind of get my regular movement in and have heavy protein in the
Yeah.
morning. It just makes it easier. So I feel better.
Yeah.
I feel fuller. I'm not going into it because I'm really prone to getting hangry and my blood sugar dropping. So what I don't want to
Diva, yes.
Yes. So what I don't want to do is be like, oh, I'm gonna wait till dinner. Like my mom still does this, love her, but like she needs to stop doing this. Like, oh, we're going out
It's
to
a
eat.
the classic thing that a lot of people do, and they don't realize it's self-sabotage. We are saying it's self-sabotage because you're gonna be hungry.
Yeah. And then you're gonna be like, oh God, I ate so much. Yeah, because you starved yourself all day
And your
versus
stomach is like like if we're looking at it just from like a physiological standpoint, like the
Mhm.
science, your stomach is not fucking happy about that.
And no, like, does that feel good to be like that?
Because
No.
then
Like,
you're going to get full so quickly. The
Mhm.
mind takes, our signal, y'all know this, it takes a minute to feel full.
Mhm.
So, like, let's not set ourselves up for self sabotage.
Literally, like recently went out to dinner. My mom was like, "Oh, I only had a piece of toast for breakfast." And I'm like, "And that's it?" Like,
Bitch, one
I
piece of
know.
toast.
I
That's what
know
my
that.
left toe eats.
So, water, some steppies. Wednesday, I'm getting my workout in just because I feel better when I do that. Keeps my routine.
Yep.
Friday, back to tracking. Thursday, I'm not tracking. Now, Saturday, we are doing a like Thanksgiving-esque. We're just going out to dinner with my parents because it's just
Yeah.
us. And will I track Saturday dinner? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, depending on
Yeah.
where we go. It's like literally last weekend I went out to eat like 3 times and like I was like, oh, like I survived, like because I've been practicing this so much. So that's the beauty of
And you also make smart choices. It's not every time you go out to eat, it's not let's fuck shit up. Let's get all this indulgent food.
it
It's
used to be.
for sure. Well, for so many people, especially if
Yeah.
you're somebody that doesn't go out a lot, right? Like
Yeah.
you might be like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go crazy. And
Mhm.
that is a problematic mindset because then now you're
Yes.
associating, oh, I go out to dinner, I eat like an asshole, I feel like shit, I'm off track.
Yes. Yes.
Versus you can go to dinner and eat a delicious meal, but still make a smarter choice. Again, it's not good or bad. It's just make a smarter choice for yourself. Get a protein, get a veg,
Uh-huh.
have the pasta, have the rice, whatever, but like
Yeah.
set yourself up for success.
Great example. So last week, just to show you kind of how I did this throughout the week,
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday we went out to dinner and I got shrimp. It was a curry. I got shrimp and scallop curry and it was themed rice
So
on the
good.
side and it had a shit ton of vegetables. I was like, this is amazing. I ate the whole thing, but literally there was probably like coconut milk and whatnot, so fat in there. I
Yeah.
ate pretty much the whole thing except for like a little bit of the rice. I didn't finish all of it. But it was a shit ton of protein, like shrimp and scallops and all those vegetables. I was like, "Oh, this is good." Like I felt really good.
Yep.
I felt content after I went home and that's like what I had for dinner. And then that was Thursday. And then Saturday, what did I do? Sunday, sorry, Sunday, I was at my friend's housewarming party and they had Indian food. Second time I've ever had Indian food. It was
Oh,
fucking amazing. Indian food is heavy
so
fat.
good.
It was so good. Heavy fat and heavy carb. I had one plate. I had a piece of naan bread and then I tried other stuff. I didn't try to count it. I didn't try to put in my fitness pal. I just enjoyed it. But I didn't like gorge myself either. But I knew in the back of my mind, oh, there's really not a lot of protein in here. So when I got to where did I go from there? I'm trying to remember everything. Oh, when I got back to my apartment, I had some Greek yogurt, which is just heavy protein. And then I think I think I put a little bit of extra protein in there. So it was like 30 grams of protein because I probably didn't have much
Mm-hmm.
protein for lunch. For breakfast
Mm-hmm.
that morning before I had Indian food, I had heavy protein, a little less carbs because I knew I was eating a
Mm-hmm.
lot of carbs. For
Mm-hmm.
dinner, we were going out to dinner. I was kind of in the mood for pasta, but I also was like, I really just want something that looks really appealing. Had a huge thing of salmon, and it had underneath, I'm forgetting the name of it right now. Uh, polenta? I don't think it was polenta. It was like a creamy rice. Why can't I think of the name?
Risotto.
It might have been a risotto. And that's a little hit or miss for me because milk. So I did have it, didn't have any issues, and I stole a ravioli from my uncle and he was like, "Oh, take some, take
I
some."
love risotto.
So it was balanced. It was so
Yep.
good. I froze half of the risotto. So another week when I'm like kind of have a hankering for that risotto, I can have some. But I
Yeah.
felt good the entire time. Did not step on the scale. I still feel lean. I did not at any point this past week, that was last week, feel like I ate too much. I was so
Mm-hmm.
full, feel like I couldn't move. I felt great. So practicing this, especially around the holidays, sets yourself up for so much success in the future so you can handle these times where you go out to dinner and not have to feel like you have to say no to spending time with
Right.
people because you want to stay on your goals. I did that. I did that.
Yep.
Not a fun way to live, not a fun way to be this all or nothing extremism. Now I can do that, not only enjoy the time and the company, but also enjoy the food and not feel like crap after.
Yeah. And if you're listening and you're like, that feels really challenging, start small.
Mhm.
Look at the menu. If there's something you want, add what's missing. So if you, for example, if you want a pasta dish, like let's say it's a penny vodka, there's
Mhm.
going to be no protein in there. So ask the restaurant, can I add some grilled chicken? Can I add some shrimp? Can I add whatever? And then also, can I maybe add some steamed vegetable or could I get it on the side? Can I get a salad? Right? Just set yourself up for success. Have what you want, add what's missing. And you'll
Mhm.
over time start to feel more confident. It will feel easier. You will feel less of the overwhelm because let's be real. Think back to when we were in a place of like, holy shit, this feels really stressful. It felt like a lot, and you're like paralyzed, and you're like, I'll just get what I normally get.
Mhm.
So make it simple for yourself. Make it as simple as you can. And also know that like sometimes you might biff it and you're like, oh, fuck it. You know what? I
Mhm.
overate. I don't feel good. Or ugh, I didn't get as much protein in, or what have you. That's okay. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to be consistent and to try and to show up for yourself. And that's
Couldn't
all
have said
that.
it. We need to get that. If we do merch and drop in the comments, like if we do merch, like would you wear it? I think the answer is duh. I think a
I'd
shirt
wear
that's
it.
I 100% I wear it, and that's on that. I feel like that would be such a good
You know, it'd
shirt.
be a sleigh, like
What?
like a pink baseball cap, and have it
Oh,
like, and that's on that. Like, I love that
I love that. Oh my
because I
God.
love a baseball cap. Like, I just, if you're having a bad hair day or you want to be cute girly pop, like,
Yes. Yes. I love
I love
that.
it.
We could go on for on and on, but it's time to close it
I
up.
know.
I
And that's
know.
terrible. You know, there are some days, and we'll leave you with this also, okay, women. Um, there are going to be some times where your cycle just makes you feel like an asshole, angry monster, or super down in the dumps, and different things like that. And I was telling Maddie, I was like, oh God, earlier this week, the doubt was in, the insecurity, the bad vibes. And I had to keep reminding myself, okay, I'm at this point in my cycle. I started my period, blah, 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 blah. Today, almost done with her. I feel so amazing. I feel incredible. I
I
could
know.
conquer the world. And so like
Uh-huh.
let that be a reminder, ladies. Pay attention to where you're at and be kind to yourself. Because the vibes may be high today, but if you go and look at my text messages from Monday, whoo, I was going through it. I literally
Um,
went home and cried. Like I was talking to James and I was just like, I'm overwhelmed. And he's like, with what? And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, well, I also have my period and I'm just like the hormones. And he's like, that's valid. That is so valid.
I mean, coming from the person that Ali sent a voice memo and then I sent one back crying, I mean, that just tells you that. I was like, that was like so, I don't think I've ever been that vulnerable with someone.
And I felt so bad. I was in the shower and I'm like getting a text from you and then I like get out of the shower and I'm getting dressed and I'm playing it and I was like, "Oh god. Oh, I feel so bad." I was like, "Oh no, was I too harsh?" I was like,
No,
"Oh no."
I no,
I know.
I firmly believe having a female friend, the right female friends that are harsh with you and tell you how it is. Like you can't live in a world of like yes men
Also,
of
I wasn't yelling at her. I was giving her advice. Like I
no,
have to
did I say yelling?
No, but I don't want people to think I was just like,
Oh,
"You
no.
stupid bitch." Like
No.
I was giving some tough love advice because I advocate for you.
You do. But I think having friends that like tell you straight is so
Yeah.
important because I just think about how many people are just like, uh-huh, yeah, like it sounds fun. Like, no, like
Yeah.
tell me like actually like what you actually think because if I'm being like a dumb bitch, like tell me, you know. So get new friends that actually do that for you. Um,
Yes.
and before we keep Gabby and
I know.
Gabby
We have to shut the absolute fuck up.
And with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening and watching Kind of Hot, Kind of Healthy. Please make sure to subscribe. Give us a 5-star review because you bitches know we deserve that. Share this with your girlfriend who needs to hear this. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you can stream podcasts. Tap the anonymous link below to share your, I don't know, what did we say last time?
Um, Memory, but I want to what do you need advice from going into the December holidays, right? Because this is coming out just before Thanksgiving. We want to hear from you. It's anonymous. We don't know who the hell you are. So ask your questions from two health coaches. We will give you the honest answer.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.